Week 2. Welcome to the Limitless Podcast.
For World Cup.
The World Cup that we're starting with, yeah?
You want to start with England game?
Yeah, England game.
Yes.
Yeah.
Did you see the England game?
I did.
Your thoughts?
Not bad.
Not bad.
Not bad.
It was alright.
Well, for England standards...
First 20 minutes we were okay, weren't we?
We were electric for the
That's
first 20
still-
minutes, I thought. I
Yeah.
thought we were looking like a really strong, positive team. And it got to, like, nearing half time, we sort of slowed down, didn't we? And back to old England style of play.
Are we talking against Tunisia or are we talking against Panama?
Tunisia.
Because by the time this comes out,
We're talking
it'll be
about
Panama.
Tunisia
And we
game.
could have said, what a fantastic result against Panama. 5-0!
Mecca scores.
Well, I know Stillian won't be playing that game.
No. Mr. Flappy Arms.
Yeah,
like that.
flappy arms. Every time he
Starring
chooses the
in
ball.
Jurassic World, wasn't he? He's the T-Rex.
Pretty much
Jurassic World.
That's mixed combo.
Who's going to play against Panama then?
Loftus-Cheek is going to be playing, I think.
They brought him on very late though, didn't they?
Yeah, but
last
it
game,
looked
but
good.
it did look strong.
good.
Dele Alli would be out, you think?
Yeah, fine.
Or rested.
Yeah, I think he'd be
I
out.
rested, I'm saying rested.
Yeah.
Or
Definitely.
brought back on with 15 minutes to go when it's still 0-0.
Yeah.
Rashford will start.
Yeah.
Rashford
You gotta
needs
start
to
Rashford.
start. Rashford needs to start, I think.
We all saw the team sheet today though, didn't we?
No.
Did you see the team sheet?
No.
You didn't see the team sheet?
No.
Nope.
No, I've not seen
Someone
it.
took a photograph of one of the England coaches with it over his shoulder like that and you could
Really?
see you could see all the setup. Vardy in the middle.
Oh, I want to see
Is
Vardy
it?
play actually.
That's a lot of pace in middle, but that's
Yeah,
it.
can't
That'll
attack.
move.
I don't know if it'll work
Midfield.
against teams that like Park the Bus though. I mean, if you're playing against some of the bigger teams, it'll work with Vardy, won't it? Counter-attacking.
Kira's well involved in the football.
Oh man.
Yeah. So
Man kicks ball, aims at goal.
Yeah,
Wins
that's
game.
basic of it.
England are usually not very good at it, but so far we're doing pretty decent.
Way
aren't
to
we?
support them. Yeah, they should, well
Yeah.
played.
That's the only thing I do know. England are shit at football.
So at this early venture,
We're doing better
who's
than
going to
others.
win? Who's going to win the World Cup? As it stands, we've seen a lot of games.
I'm still going to say Belgium. I'm fancying Belgium. They look very strong, like well brought
Yeah, they
together
do
this time round.
More
Aren't
chilled than
they?
anyone so
Yeah.
far.
Belgium, Croatia final.
It's the passing that
What
does it
about
for me
Spain?
with Belgium.
What about Spain?
Spain's rubbish.
Yeah,
They're bad.
have you seen
Yeah,
state
slow
on them
down, aren't they?
this time round? God, they're bad. They're really bad.
Too old now. Iniesta looks
That's
as
the
old
thing
as
though.
me.
That's what it's saying on commentary.
Almost.
Like, they're all over
Almost.
30, aren't they? Near enough.
Yeah.
Most of them. There's only a couple that aren't over 30.
So come on then, predictions. Who are you going for?
Belgium,
France.
straight up. Belgium.
France, no chance.
Brazil.
Croatia,
Croatia. Bold.
never know. The way they played last
Last night
night.
against
The
Argentina,
midfield
ripped
is
them to
insane.
pieces.
Yeah, got a chance.
Rakitic and Modric.
The real
No,
LM10.
why aren't we saying England anyway? Have we got any chance?
I think underdogs have got a better chance in this tournament by far. Notice
Yeah.
all the big
So
teams
what you're
are sort of
saying is,
slipping.
when we win it,
Well,
we were just playing in a year where everybody was rubbish.
Pretty much.
yeah, basically.
I think we'll get to the semis.
No, but underdogs are
Quite
looking a
bold.
lot stronger this time round, definitely. Like Germany, what was that?
Against Mexico.
Yeah. So,
Oh
I
yeah,
mean,
but wait till we get Germany. That'll be when when they
Then-
turn
then
on the
it'll be
style.
Another 4-1 to Germany.
They've got that mentality, Germany, haven't they? Though? No matter who they face, they're not fit, they're not scared.
So
are they?
you're saying Belgium as well, are you?
No, I think Brazil.
So, they've always got more heart than every other team, though, haven't they? Until Neymar got took off last World Cup.
Just Neymar, just his magic, though. Neymar's magic. I think it's.
I mean, I wouldn't put it that far. To
I
be
think
honest,
it's
this
enough.
time round.
Could have said that about Messi, but last night he went
Yeah.
missing.
Well, game
You
before he did as well. He just not turned up, has he?
I know
He's
someone
off.
has turned up. Well.
Really off.
Well, don't talk about him.
CR7. He has turned up. He scored 4 goals in the World Cup so far.
He hasn't done
He's
it-
got his
Hat-trick
highest
against
scorer in Europe now in World Cup.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he is.
apart from Harry Kane when he steps on the field on Sunday, when he scores
Against
another
Panama.
3.
He's
Yeah,
got to do against Panama.
yeah.
He's sort of our star player, isn't he? Harry Kane. Which is weird because you were saying.
What do you reckon to VR? The
VR.
VR, yeah.
I don't think it's good.
I think it's stupid. I don't like it whatsoever.
Well, we should have had 3
That's
penalties.
That's
the
the
thing
thing.
is, it's all down to referee's decision, innit? And every referee is different, so it's like, oh, do I use it? Do I not? And then obviously us as fans will sit there like, you need to use it, you need to use it. And if they don't, then we get annoyed, and then
Yeah, but once
we say
the
it's
play's
unfair.
continued, you can't use it then, can
yeah,
you?
yeah, no.
I don't
As
see.
soon-
I don't see how that works.
It's in
Don't do
between making blowing whistle for foul or whatever
Yeah.
in between that time, and then the players carry on play while that's happening. But
Yeah, but that happened last night with Argentina, and they realised one of their players was going to get into trouble through VR.
Yeah.
Right, so they just quickly put the ball down and kicked it and
Yeah.
played on. So they got away with it that way.
It's
That's
not
cool.
quite mastered as a sort of a rule in football yet, is it?
Try and
VAR?
test
They
it,
kind of
It's
they've
new.
sort of just implemented it into the game and then tried to work off it.
But you've got
swing
like
it.
6 geezers sat up in a room, all looking at like hundreds of televisions,
Yeah.
and they can't make a decision on Harry Kane.
No,
In kits as well.
but I
Yeah.
thought
Oh, in their kits. Oh yeah, they all
Oh,
look nice
those
and
kids.
smart, don't they? Yeah.
doesn't the ref on pitch have to ask to see that footage for it to
No.
count?
No, that's the
It's a
whole
call.
point of it.
It's
Because
a
the whole
call.
point
Okay.
is, off the ball incident, someone gets hauled down, it's a penalty. But they're supposed to spot that and tell him in his earpiece.
Like
and
Harry Kane twice.
yeah, exactly
So
that.
our game, they must have been blatantly ignoring all of that completely
Clearly
because
was.
it was
No, there was a
ridiculous.
Russian guy stood in the back going with a gun going.
Well, yeah, definitely. I mean, it's sort of
Vodka in one
Or he had one of those, what do you call it, those poisonous uranium things that he was going to put on them like that, you know, like those guys
Russian
on the bench.
roulette with.
I mean, he got not Panama, Tunisia, he got the penalty, and he was just really soft as well. Like, but yeah, that was given, but Harry Kane won.
Wow.
They were pulling off moves from
Conspiracy.
He
WrestleMania.
knew what he was doing. He was like this,
Conspiracy.
like that, innit?
Literally was. He ran straight into his arm. He could have moved out of the way, but no, he just ran straight into his arm and went down.
So talking of CR7, I've seen him do that.
Yeah,
He can fall over, can't he?
Oh, he knows how to do it properly, doesn't
Oh.
he? He knows how to do it professionally.
He does get clipped though, CR7, to be fair though. He doesn't just go down over nothing.
It's all about
You have a
drama.
look on
He does that.
YouTube. You have a look on YouTube. Then there's a whole show reel of like
Is a
sniper shots.
Clinical
He's
dive.
clinical at falling over. Yeah,
So
that's
he's a-
what he
he's
is.
a
He's very
professional
clinical at
clinical
falling
diver,
over. I think
apparently.
it's fair to say, to be honest.
So I think you two can talk football all day then. So
Yeah.
we change
Probably
we
can,
change the subject now. What are we
Yeah.
going to go to next?
E3.
E3. E3. Old man, never heard of E3.
Shocking. Do you want to start this one, Kit?
Fair dues. E3 be one of the biggest gaming events yet again. Spent some money on that one, didn't they? Ubisoft.
Yeah,
They sure
ridiculous amount of money.
That was
Stupid
insane.
amounts.
But do they do Minecraft?
No.
No. No. What games do you guys play then? When
I-
you're not
I-
going out? Like this is because you're youngsters and you like in my day we'd go to the pub.
This is
Right,
this
we
is
would
what-
actually go out and meet people, physically actually talk to people,
Yeah, I do.
meet girls, you know,
We
actually
do.
have to make an effort and go and talk to a woman. But now you lot stay in your bed playing with your joystick all day, don't you?
I think my mum's just
Nothing,
shouted at me
nothing.
one sec. No, I do that, but I used to be heavy on gaming and stuff, but like,
I
I'm
used to
just
be heavy on
heavy
the
on
game.
gaming.
man.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
right.
I were an addict. I had to go to AA meetings.
There's a lot of
all
people
about
in
the
your
joystick.
no, but this is a more interesting conversation. Is about your generation.
Oh,
Here we go. Here we go.
Yeah, it's true though. Like, as
It is
our
true.
generation, especially generation below me, it's ridiculous. You can't. They're always on the phone or
Yeah.
using some sort
I
of.
like the way
equipment.
you're criticising the generation below you. You're
Yeah, but
only...
I'm not that bad.
Shut up.
Personally, no, I'm not.
We're not bad. It's the
I s-
ones
how-
below, it's
I'm
one
not
below.
that
That's
bad.
like pot kettle black.
I'd rather talk to someone in person, face to face.
Or is there
than
people
over a
wrapped
phone.
up in cling film, like that have a straw
Well,
coming
we-
out,
we've been
and
with
like
some.
they never move out of their chair like that? You know, like they're captured, like they're in the Matrix. You know what I mean?
Oh, man.
Yeah. But no,
That's probably what he does when he goes home at the weekend,
That's
isn't
right,
it?
yeah.
Quick, wrap myself up in cling film, naked. Got my drink, my toilet
What?
roll. I've got all sorts. I'm ready to go. Joystick, and I'm away.
To be fair
Yeah.
though, the World Health Organization has declared it an addiction now. It actually has been declared an addiction.
I'm not really surprised.
It's an hour health condition, gaming.
You can but that probably means you can get benefits.
Yeah.
Wow. Oh, that's beautiful.
Gaming
Let's
benefits.
apply.
Gaming
Let's
benefits,
apply for a, like.
Gaming benefits.
I'm disabled because I'm gaming too much. I'm addicted, so therefore I need therapy, and I need credits, you know, tax credits to pay me to actually get me out of the house.
Yeah. Yeah, to exit your own house. Yeah. Just,
Oh, man.
they'll feed them money. Anything that's an addiction just ends up like that, don't they? They'll feed them money to solve the issue.
It's good addiction now.
No,
It's good
not.
addiction. That's a bit like me saying I like beer, but I'm not an alcoholic.
Yeah.
Are you?
No, I'm not. But
This used to be.
I haven't been
alcoholic.
to any meetings. No. But you lot, you need to go meet. There'll be gaming meetings. They'll all be
Oh,
sitting
yeah.
around with instead of like you're not allowed any electronics in the meeting. You have a pad and a pencil. And my name is Gavin, and I'm addicted to what game?
Open world
Last of Us.
RPGs.
The Last of Us. I never
Yeah,
even heard of that.
it's a good game.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Very good.
Okay.
What happens
You can
in that?
improve.
What happens
No,
in that?
not really.
What happens in that? It's basically an apocalypse. And basically, the
Only
whole
happy things from Gavin. All the cheerful stuff.
The entire,
Zombies,
The
end
entire
of.
world is practically gone to shit, and basically, like, massive zombie outbreak, and all powers down and everything. And
So preparation for actual real life 2025.
yes,
Yeah.
pretty
Yeah.
much.
We all go raid.
Are there any girls in this game?
Yes, there is a few.
Real life women that play the game, or
Cleverly arranged pixels.
It's all about pixels these days.
Now we know what you're going Pornhub and search.
Oh my god.
Into some strange stuff, Gav.
there is hope. They are making like androids that look like real people now.
Are
Sex androids from the future.
Technology
Yeah.
is
that are
scary,
built,
innit?
that are built
That is mad.
specially for people like you.
Yeah, they got them in Japan
Why
now.
can't we just go back to spears and clubs? It was so much simpler. Technology scares me. I hate
Technology's
it.
amazing.
Yeah, but you tell me, right? Okay, so we're
It's
here,
a scenario.
2018.
Yeah.
You say the generation below you scares you by what they do,
It's yeah,
right?
it's twice
You
as
tell
worse.
me in 2030 what it's going to be like.
It'll be
Robots
ridiculous.
take
No
over
one
the
will be
world,
talking.
Terminator.
There'll be no
Skynet.
human interaction other than
It'll be
through
VR.
a microphone or over a phone or something like
It'll
that.
be full VR, like there'll be VR cinemas and things like
That'll
that.
be
People won't
stupid.
go out anymore to cinemas. It'll just be VR cinema. Like you put your headset on, you're at the cinema with
You know
your
how,
mates.
you know how it starts though? It's
Well, we're
in
getting into
education
football,
they
aren't
bring
we?
in alt technology as the main sort of go-to way to teach kids now, aren't they? And stuff like they bring iPads in and they've got full Mac rooms and stuff in
Yeah.
schools and stuff.
Well, back when I was at school, like the latest I mentioned was like, oh, there's laptops
Yeah, but they
out
make
now
they
already.
put
Now
it
it's
in a way
tablets and
that
stuff
it's
straight
like
away,
the kids
yeah.
see it as a treat to be able to go into a Mac room in school, so they look more forward to just using that technology and stuff rather than actually learning.
Yeah, but it'll come to
So-
a point where it's become totally normal to them. won't it?
Yeah,
But it
what-
is. That's the
scary-
point. It is
that's,
normal
yeah,
for
that's
them.
the scary
Yeah.
bit.
Like my generation, I was the first generation that computers.
Yeah.
Like when I was about 17, 18, that's when computers actually
Yeah.
really started.
Mm.
So I loved, like you got your gaming, you got started to program on floppy disks and all that sort of
Yeah.
stuff.
No floppy disks.
But you think about how quickly it evolves now,
Yeah.
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 like AI. So they've is it Alexa or Amazon? Amazon have launched a competition to actually have trying to get people to have a conversation with Alexa.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And
And
there's
hold a full
there's a
conversation.
prize for it, right? So at some point somebody will solve that.
Mm.
So it could be good for like old people who are lonely
Mm.
to start with. Oh,
Yeah.
there's your Alexa, and you
Yeah.
can have a chat.
Will they
with,
really talk
let's
to
talk
Alexa
about the
though?
good old times.
Oh, to
I'd buy
relax.
one for my grandma straight away.
Oh, yeah, but maybe it's like that advert that they've got where it goes Alexa Silver. Have you seen that?
No.
No, I'm
So-
not saying.
So they've done a piss steak advert, which is like you've got Alexa, but they've done Alexa Silver. Like it's got the function. So you've got the guys whittering on. He goes, like, oh, when we were out fishing and we were down on the River Thames. Like and it just carries on
It
chatting
just
away.
starts the
Yeah, it
conversation,
just
doesn't
carries
it?
on the conversation like
Yeah.
that. But
Yeah, fiddlers. God. That's
Yeah.
but
mad.
there's already people that are addicted to talking to Alexa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And people that are having relationships with technology. Yeah, as in they
When
think
they
it's like
figure
their
it out,
girlfriend.
when they can actually hold a full convo with Alexa, they should do who can hold the longest convo between two actual people, real life humans, and then Alexa and a guy.
Or Alexa and it just talks
Yeah.
forever. But that's
Oh,
already
wow.
happened with Twitter. So Twitter, somebody wrote a program to get it to talk to itself. I think it was Twitter anyway.
Yeah.
And within 2 minutes, it was clear that it was having a conversation
Yeah.
with itself in a language that
no
nobody
one knows.
understood.
Oh yeah. I remember that.
That's scary. That.
So they turned it off.
Yeah, it
pretty
made its
quick.
own language, so they shut it down because they didn't know what it was doing, and they were like, "We've not programmed it how to do this. Where's it got this
This
from?
is where we
How's it
spiral
doing
back
this?"
to Egypt and the aliens conversation.
Yeah. So coming back to my question, where are we in 2030? You could be in a world where the computers rule
Just
the world,
dominate
right?
Skynet like Terminator.
Well, like Skynet, yeah. Don't joke.
Yeah.
Stephen Hawking,
yeah,
one of the
I
most
think so.
intelligent human beings ever, his prediction was that is his biggest worry, that
Yeah.
we humans
It
get wiped
is
out.
heading that way though, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's directly heading that way. Even in a 5-year period, there's a lot of advancements in technology, like a ridiculous amount.
Yeah.
So you think, how long's it's taken for the human race to evolve, right? Over millions and millions of years.
Yeah.
You give the computer a chance to evolve, as in it becomes sentient and it starts.
It'll evolve way quicker than we.
No, it'll evolve
It'll evolve
millions of years worth of evolution in seconds.
Yeah.
That's not a joke. It would.
They'll exploit the human
Because it's
races
got
as
connected to everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when we're like somebody's watching, no, not somebody, a computer is watching this in 100 years' time, going, "Those guys were bloody geniuses. They had us sussed already. They had the chance to stop
They
it.
figured it out, and we
Idiots, idiots! Look at those idiots there in their naivety.
we could have stopped it, saved the world.
But they just
We chose
turned
marketing.
naively. We turned a blind eye, or they were hidden in plain sight because your toaster's watching you. You know, your toaster.
Russell Hobbs is now an actual
but
machine.
if you take a scenario now where Alexa, and getting back to marketing because that's what we're here for, but Alexa is in your kitchen now, right? What do you think it's there for?
Listening.
Yeah.
Well,
it's
that's
there
its
to listen to
purpose.
you.
Yeah.
That's
its
it.
purpose.
And stores the conversation.
Yeah, okay. You think, oh, Alexa, what time have I got to be at this meeting today? Or turn the telly on, or switch the lights down, or whatever. It's there. It's actually listening to your conversations for marketing purposes.
And it stores it and starts developing your personality just through listening to your conversations over and over again.
Which is incredibly scary. Again.
So, to educate you a little bit, do you know what a subject data access request is?
Bless you.
Right. So getting away from E3, which I don't know nothing about, we'll get back to
Not our fault.
Yeah, but this is well, okay, naivety, you know. But actually, I live a life. But then you've got right. So getting back to privacy law.
Yeah.
So GDPR, you know what GDPR is,
Yeah.
right? GDPR's come in. Now all companies are running scared as to what personal data they hold on you, and you could write to Amazon and ask for the personal data that they hold on you. So that can include things like profiling, because you're all being profiled. What you like,
That's creepy.
where you go, what you buy, basic
Every part of your
basic
life,
profiling
basically.
is Simon Young. He bought a golf club off of Amazon. Oh, he's a golfer. Fair enough. But if you start tying all that information together and profiling, like me as a 46-year-old guy against another 46-year-old guy who lives in Manchester, and we've got similar likes, we've got similar income, you can start building up audiences where you can market extremely powerfully to. But you can almost put stuff in front of people before they know they want it.
Yeah.
Which is where it's going. But if you made a subject data access request, and so anybody could do this after GDPR, you can write a letter, and a company has got a month to respond to you, right? And you would say things like, how are you using my data? What data do you keep on me? Do you profile me? How does my data get shared? Does it get shared outside of your company? Well, of course it does. But all of these things, personally, I believe, like someone like Amazon, they probably keep it to themselves because they're big enough that, they can use it for their own purposes, right? But smaller companies that not as big a beast as them will be all working together to profile people, and they won't reveal where they're sharing your data.
Of course not.
Yeah.
And what they know about you, and the fact that they are listening, and they shouldn't be listening. So do we all end up wearing tinfoil helmets, living in lead-lined bunkers? Well, that's the alternative, isn't it?
So I can bring that back to
That's
games
the
for a moment
future.
there, so YouTube can understand. Alien Isolation. Well, one thing of that is you're running away from the alien, and they linked it up to the voice. So if you've got a microphone plugged in on Xbox, PlayStation, even on PC, it would listen all the time while you were playing. So in the bits where you're supposed to hide, so you're in a locker, if you're there going, then it would come out, and it would just the alien would turn around and know you're there, and it would smash the locker in.
You're scared, you know that you've got fear.
It's crazy how much technology does listen to your every movement and stuff like that, and program who you are as a person and stuff. It's weird, isn't it? It's proper weird.
But the point at which technology understands, so I'm quite interested in, you know, if you're looking someone in the eyes and you're talking to them, you can tell whether they're engaged with you or not.
Yeah.
And that is to do with facial muscle response and things like that. You can actually tell whether somebody's pissed off or happy or whatever. No, not just from smiling, from little tiny movements. It's really intricate. And the minute that technology comes in and understands that sort of thing, we're in a mile of trouble.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
That's huge.
Like,
but that's our advantage over machines, isn't it? We are. That's the difference.
But the thing is, we're giving away that advantage by producing it into machines. So
Yeah.
it's like we're putting everything that we are into machines to try and make them like us already, aren't we? That's
Yeah,
the point.
but the thing with that is they're based on logic machines anyway, so even if you give them the emotion, they're still going to make decisions based on logic. That's the scary thing.
Well, okay. So the logic is, human race is doing what to the planet?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, killing it out.
That's the scary
The
thing.
human
That's
race
the big
is the
question.
cancer on this planet.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So let's get rid of it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Think
Sky
about
News.
Matrix.
That's what it did, though, isn't it? That's what it makes
Yeah.
sense.
Even if they program them so they've got to protect humanity and look after humanity, they'll still logically come to the conclusion to protect
It's like
humanity.
Ultron.
You've got to look
It's Ultron. That's
Yeah.
what it is.
Yeah.
That's what it's coming down to, innit? This is
Yeah.
some Tony Stark stuff.
Pretty much is.
That's exactly what Simon's just said, though. That's how Ultron worked in film, innit?
Yeah.
We're killing the planet off, so
Well, Terminator, all
Yeah,
of that.
yeah.
But like, look at
It's
jobs.
programmed
then.
to save
so
the world.
jobs. What jobs can be done by a robot? Tons of them.
almost everything.
Like, but look at the high street, right? I've got loads of friends that work in retail, and
Been taken over
recently,
technology.
quite a lot of them have lost their jobs.
Yeah.
So they're all
Yeah.
thinking, where am I going to go and work?
The amount of business has been shutting down.
Where
So
is
they've
this?
all got to retrain. They're probably, they'd be expensive to employ. Like my next door neighbour, she's been in her job for 20 years, right?
Yeah.
That's all she's known. That's all she's ever done as a job. So what can she go and do now? Well, she'd probably get a menial job or either that or there's a youngster coming in. She's competing with the youngsters. Who are they going to pick?
Yeah.
This is going to be, or you've got a robot that comes in and does the job, right? So look at postman. In 2030, are we going to actually send letters?
No.
Warehouse work as well.
It's already outdated, really, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, there's jobs out there that can just all be wiped out.
Yeah.
Like my dad, he was 20 years ago. He was building all the robots that were on the car plants. Like on a.
Yeah.
So Vauxhall have got a massive car plant in, I think it's Cardiff, down that way somewhere.
Yeah.
And he built or designed all half the robots on that line to lift doors,
Yeah.
but they're more like human assistants, right? But that put hundreds and hundreds of people out of jobs, and there was massive uproar. But if you come forward to today, the majority of that line is run by a robot.
Yeah.
Ferrari have got the same as well.
Well, I saw on I think it was Facebook this week a robot chef. And it
Yeah,
was like
I
a
saw
wall. It was like a cooker. It had all the cookers and pots and pans and everything. And the arms come out of the wall. That's all that's on it, obviously. And it's going, and it's cutting up, and it's like putting stuff in pans and all that. And they say to it, make a chili con carne, and it does the whole flipping thing. It goes, whoop, there you
It's
go.
the consistency as well.
Yeah.
Consistency, speed,
Yeah.
affordability.
They're still doing it.
Did it
3D
taste
printed.
good? Did it taste good?
Don't worry, you'll be in your nursing home wrapped up in cling film with your straw coming out of your mouth.
Oh God.
Go on then, you can go next. What you got next?
FIFA 19.
Oh God.
Do what?
FIFA 19.
Why?
No,
It's football related.
Is it?
Of course
Let's
it is.
talk about
Well, yeah, but aren't they all the same?
CO2 Crisis. It's got to be
That's
on
better.
it. It's the most
All right.
recent news.
Intelligent
Shut
talk.
And everybody suddenly got scared. Go on then, Kit, you'll know quite a bit about this.
I do.
Last
Yeah, fair
morning.
enough.
Yeah.
Well, basically what's happening is there's a CO2 crisis in Europe and apparently in the UK as well. So basically what we have is food grade CO2, which for those lessers around like you, Gav, it's carbon dioxide.
The lesser of you.
Wow.
Brilliant.
Sly insult.
Yeah, just a bit. Basically,
Oh,
the
well,
food grade carbon dioxide that we need to do in packaging, it's in beer, it's in a lot of alcohol, anything fizzy as well. It's basically a lot of the plants have shut down.
Soda stream is screwed then.
Pretty much,
destroyed.
yeah. Like beers were going to run out. if they
We're
don't
not
find
going to
a way
run
sort
out
it.
of beer.
They actually are.
Yeah?
It's been on. Weatherspoons has said that if it carries on for a couple more days, they're going to be in trouble.
Yeah, but what
There's a
about all the
supply.
other pubs and
Yeah,
countries
it says
as
it's
well?
affecting smaller chains, obviously.
Small ones first, because the big
So-
ones have got a backup
Yeah,
stockpile.
yeah.
But they're using their big backup stockpiles now.
Just in time for World Cup, where
Yeah,
everybody loves
exactly.
to get pissed.
Yeah.
It's about 20. Was it
So about
20,000
what-
pubs?
It'll be all you lager drinkers that'll be in trouble. Beer,
Yeah.
beer
I
will
know.
be fine.
I'm all
Yeah. Oh, yeah, bitter. Mint, I'm sound.
Yeah. Don't like a cider man.
I'll put you
Samuel
down as a
Smiths.
diamond white guy.
Diamond boy. Do you not like cider?
Oh,
So,
Really?
no.
It's alright.
I don't
Sounds
like people
Well, to be fair,
drink
you're
strong
older,
though.
so then you're probably adjusted, aren't you? It's probably an age.
I'm adjusted because I'm older.
Evolution at its finest.
It's an age thing, isn't it? That's what it'll be.
Do you want to keep your job light?
It is an age thing, I think.
Keep digging.
He's
Gav.
only he's bouncing back from his insult that you give him, Joe jabber in the ribs.
I'll have one later on. Lined up.
But yeah, so apparently a lot of the European plants have shut down for maintenance at the same time, and then we've shut one of ours down for maintenance at the same time. So the one that was left is crashed or broken or whatever for the time being. So there's a shortage of CO2, and it's used in a lot. I didn't know we used it half the places we're using it. Like obviously I thought so some of your alcohols and your fizzy pop, makes sense to me. Didn't know we used it in packaging. Didn't know we used it in chickens.
Yeah.
Chicken.
Yeah,
Why?
that's what I was saying
How?
earlier.
Yeah, it's used in chickens. It's in the slaughterhouses. Apparently they use it in there to preserve the chicken, so there's going to be a chicken shortage.
So we have a meat shortage.
KFC are out of business as well.
Again.
No, not again.
This
Call
is
the
where
colonel,
the
quickly,
signs-
call the
signs
colonel.
come back up, don't they? Oh, sorry, we've got a shortage of this, and then they trade it in for carrot sticks. Like people are going to get the carrot sticks from
No,
Yeah.
that is actually a crisis.
That's what they
Have
do.
you seen you
though,
can get
don't they?
waitress service at McDonald's now?
Eh?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
saw
it's a
that.
new thing. You
In
can go
big
to some
cities, I
McDonald's and
imagine.
get waitress service. Yeah,
Is it World Cup as
be
well?
good for you lot. Oh, when that comes.
We'll be all obese by then.
Oh god.
Amount of times
Yeah,
we
I'll be obese by then.
You might, you never know. Age thing.
I'm lighter than an A4 sheet of paper.
True.
What's this new thing you're going on about recently? The voice thing.
Asking questions to
Yeah,
Alexa.
yeah, that.
So answer engine optimization.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's this?
Yes.
So you know what SEO is?
Yeah.
Getting to the top of Google. So we do quite a lot of that, but the next big thing is answer engine
Yeah,
optimization.
this is like the next steps for you, isn't it? Really.
Well,
in a way.
hopefully it will
Yeah.
replace SEO to some
Yeah.
extent because Google and all the search engines are trying to move towards because the biggest thing searched are questions anyway, normally.
Yeah.
But a question has intent in it. So a question, if somebody asks a question, how do I find the best price for whatever pair of trainers, then whoever comes to the top is going to probably get the business.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But there's a whole new industry I found out about this week, right? And you can say whether this is true or not because I ain't got a clue whether it's true. Sneakering,
Sneakering.
right? In America, right?
Right.
Obviously, when the latest pair of trainers gets announced or released, like Adidas or whatever,
Yeah.
the latest Adidas gets released. So people go and obviously they'll come out online, won't they first,
Yeah.
or they'll come out in store, and there's a whole group of guys in the States. What they're doing is, so say the biggest retailer puts them up. We've got
Yeah.
500 pairs. Come and get them. They'll obviously all sell out straight away. But what people are doing is setting up bot farms. So they set up a bot that goes and it buys, right? But then the retailers also then set up a system to try and stop that because
Yeah.
if I go on there and I buy 10 pairs of those trainers purely with the intent of reselling them myself on
Yeah.
eBay the next day,
Yeah, they'll know about it.
well, these guys are setting up proxy bots that go on. It goes on, and then it changes its location, and it goes on and buys another pair of trainers, and it goes on and buys another pair of trainers.
So it looks
Right,
like
and it's
not
called this
come
sneaker. I never even knew it was a thing that they
Wow.
go.
Sneakering.
Well, it must happen with tickets and everything, mustn't it? This is
Yeah,
how the whole
definitely.
ticket, whole ticket industry just goes. They announce a concert and the tickets get released within 5 minutes that you can't get on the website. But it's because all these bots are going on there and trying to buy all these tickets up
Yeah.
so they can just resell it.
That's what I see on Facebook though, isn't it? Up towards events, people trying to sell the tickets and stuff
Yeah.
like that. Happens all the time.
It happened with
Every
Nintendo
event.
Mini as well. They bought out. They were out for like what 5-10 minutes, and they'd completely sold out of the entire stock across the country, and then straight away they were back up on eBay. People were making thousands.
I wonder why.
But that's what I didn't realise. There was a whole industry based around
on trains.
just buying all the stock up as soon as you could get it.
But the thing is though, like that, there'll be that for most industries, surely then.
Yeah.
It makes sense. If it happens for trainers and stuff, then it'll happen for other stuff as well, obviously.
Well, I was looking into, because one of our clients who spends an awful lot of money on AdWords, so he spends £1,000 a day on AdWords, right? And I read a story in the States about some guys that set. So do you know what AdSense is?
No.
So AdWords is you're buying adverts on Google. The adverts at the top, right? So every time you click on one of those, or somebody clicks on an advert, Google gets money.
Right.
Agreed? Right. So if you own a website, if you've got your own website, you can go to Google and you can say, I will publish your adverts, right? In return for a slice of the advert, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
So I own, one of my websites is the Talk Angling website, and I put AdSense on it. So I put adverts, I allow adverts to come on from casinos, sports brands, because it's a majority male audience.
Yeah.
You know, football stuff, gaming, all of that comes on that site. And if people click on it, I make money, right? But what happens is, if I have 1,000 websites, if I've got 1,000 websites and I put adverts all over them, that's fine. I now need traffic. I need people to click on them.
Yeah.
So I could put 1,000 websites up and get no traffic, and I've put all the ads up. Well, so what? But if I now create fake people, and I create bot farms. So imagine. So what these guys in the States did was they created 500,000 people fake, right? They gave them all individual IP addresses.
Yeah.
They owned these thousands of websites. So these 500,000 people randomly went to each website and they had a look. They didn't necessarily click, because that would be a bit of a giveaway, wouldn't it, if they were clicking every go. So they then started going around doing a bit of traffic, pretending to be normal, scroll, because I've got bots that I can go on and I can scroll up and down, and you can scroll. Oh, I'll click that and it'll go through to the next page, and then I'll fill a form in, and then I'll go back and I'll click. That's all easy to do, that, right?
Yeah.
But if you've got 500,000 bots, fake people, so one day they turned it on. $7.2 billion worth of fraud.
What?
Off Google. So that money has come directly out of advertising spend.
Yeah.
So we could put an advert up for Limitless on those websites and got all clicks, and we're thinking, well, we've got hundreds of clicks here.
Yeah.
We've had no inquiries, but we go, oh, you know, that it is what it is. We haven't complained to Google.
No.
Google would say, oh, we've got systems in place to stop that sort of thing. Well, they have got things like capture, like capture images, where they make you. It says click on the images of the bus. Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
There's tech that can get around that.
Yeah.
Right. So these guys, $7.2 billion of fraudulent ad. So that probably means it's actually $20-30 billion of fraud, because the AdSense that you as a publisher, you don't get half of what Google gets. You get a percentage.
Yeah.
So I then put in place, the guy who was spending £1,000 a day over here, I put in place a system that stops the fraudulent clicks, and it saved him £700 a week.
It's impressive.
That is quite good.
But it just that's what's going on. So
Lots of link farming.
well, the whole but okay. So here's another one for you: Facebook or LinkedIn or Twitter or anything. Fake accounts. How many?
Millions.
Millions and millions and millions and
There is
millions.
millions.
Right, but Facebook. Take Facebook as an example. Facebook would say, no, not very much of our network is false at all or fake at all.
Right.
Right. There are in India. You can go to an Indian company and say, right, I want 5,000 Facebook accounts.
Yeah.
You can buy them at 50 cents a go.
Yeah.
Then there's a different type of Facebook account. So I can point you to a site where I could buy 100,000 Facebook accounts if you want, and then you could buy different levels, ones that have been properly populated. They've got
So it
got
looks
pictures
more
in them.
realistic
They've
and
been SMS verified. They've got a Google Plus account. They've got a history of going around the web. I would say it's got to be. There's probably 25% of it's fake.
Yeah.
Easy.
Definitely.
You always get fake accounts adding you and
You
stuff
do
on
our friend
Facebook,
request.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And I wonder what they always look like, lads.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's the problem.
Yeah.
Because beautiful girl goes, well, she might be called Yummy One or whatever she's called. You know what I mean? She's got a really weird.
Oh, God.
They've usually
Yeah,
got weird
but
names,
they
haven't they?
are-
Yeah, they've all got
stupidly
weird names, yeah.
It's not even discreet at all. It's clearly fake with the names.
Yeah,
Names
but
that
then all
sound
these
like
young
a
lads are just
Japanese
clicking
meal.
on them. They're just clicking. It's all pure
Accept,
clickbait.
accept.
Yeah, accept.
It's weird though. Surely you can tell that it's fake. You
Yeah,
can,
you
can't
can.
you?
But people
Yeah,
are
you
clicking
can.
on them just to see
Yeah.
the pictures. Because the pictures within the accounts are
Yeah, but
filth.
usually on some of them you have to
yeah.
notice there's not that many photos on there, so you can get your own conclusion.
And then
Wow.
have you ever clicked on
But
one
the
of them?
thing is though, if they had multiple,
Of course you have,
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
But have you then gone and unfriended them? Probably not.
Yeah.
the thing is though, if,
No, but as a rule, most people might unfriend some of those, but there's some in everybody's network.
Say they
right?
had
And the
more,
problem
we
then
don't
is,
realise about it.
then the problem is they're in everybody's
Everyone's
network, so
network.
you're all tied together. So they all can publish and share and like and.
It's all fake.
Yeah.
say they have multiple images then on their profile picture, yeah,
Yeah.
and you don't know this person. If they have multiple images on the cover photo and the profile picture, and then it looked more realistic than what
Yeah.
most do, would you accept that, even though you don't know that person, just based on looks or not?
That's the question.
That's the
Right,
question.
he's already said yes.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
based-
You know we were talking about how you can tell
Yeah,
what people
yeah.
are thinking.
Yeah.
He already
If
said
you've
yes in his
hesitated
reaction.
already, that's what I
He did,
mean.
didn't he?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
what I mean.
You're
would,
guilty.
wouldn't you?
Yeah, guilty as
Yeah,
charged.
but loads of people would do
Well,
that.
of course they are.
That's the
That's
point
That's
of it,
because
though,
you're all
that's what you
strapped
mean.
to your chair in your bedroom and
choice.
can't be doing anything. You go, oh, except, yeah, what's she like? Yeah.
That's what I mean. You don't know them, but even just because they've got multiple pictures, you think, oh yeah, it must be totally legit,
Yeah.
and you'll accept it.
That's-
So are we?
that's
So
the
you
generation of that.
should really, right, and take this as a good bit of advice. You really should actually only invite or accept
People that
friend
you
requests
know
you
or you've
actually
met.
know or
Yeah.
met.
Yeah, that's what I do.
Yeah, but
That's honesty.
I interviewed somebody for a job yesterday, right?
Mm.
And I said to him, you know, do you get out much? Oh no, I'm a bit of a gamer, right? Oh okay. I said, what about your friends? Do you go out with your friends?
No,
Well,
I'm
most of my
gamer.
friends aren't round here. I said, what do you mean? He said, well, I only talk to them online.
Yeah, met them online for Xbox Live or
And you're like,
PS.
What's that all about?
Yeah, that's what I mean.
It's weird.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's like the
Stupid.
dating scene for you lot now, isn't it? You don't
Oh,
have to
yeah.
meet women anymore, do you? You just, I sound a bit bitter
stereotypes
now.
coming
You know,
out.
I
I'm
had
gonna
to-
say
I had to-
stereotypical, yeah.
I had to actually try hard. You know what I mean? Well, you know, looks aside, but
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
it's
Yeah.
you lads are just, you know, within 3 seconds flat. It's yeah, let's meet up, innit? Or let's go online and do whatever.
I mean, this is very stereotypical now because I don't get none of
I'm
that.
asking for you to prove me wrong.
Well,
Not really. Like, depends who you're talking to, really.
yeah.
See.
Without using
there should
harsh
be-
words.
Yeah, I don't want to really
yeah.
get personal.
It
But what I'm
depends on the person.
What I'm
doesn't it?
getting at, and there's been quite a lot of discussion about this in the conversation, is there will become a counterculture
Mm.
Right.
that will break away from
Yeah.
the internet and, you know, sharing information online, and, you know, everyone's in it now.
Yeah.
No
it
one.
exists. We call them the Amish.
The well, maybe they'll be the only ones that are left on Earth.
I was going to say, they're the most successful going at minute, aren't they, really? They've stayed away from all technology and stuff. We're just going to kill ourselves off. That's what's going to happen.
Well, I'm looking forward to our future then.
Yeah, it's looking bright.
It's good times.
Right, thanks for watching this week's podcast, and we'll see you again next week.
It's been good times.
See you later.
See you later.
Nice. Peace.